Hello, guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have another transfer roundup to through. Now, yesterday we spoke about the Ronaldo transfer, and I gave you my thoughts and the official thoughts of everybody. And just like every time I say something about football, I'm absolute shit. And my prediction is absolute shit because it says that the meeting that I told you about yesterday between Jorge Mendes and Florentino Perez, it seems to have gone in a slightly different direction than I thought, because most people thought it would just end up Ronaldo getting a better contract, but it didn't, because the whole issue here is that Cristiano Ronaldo wanted a new contract last year, an improved contract. He didn't get one after the Neymar transfer. Then Florentino Perez promised him that if they win the Champions League again, that or if he just has a good season, which is basically Champions League in Madrid terms, that he will get a better contract. That was last season, so that was the 2016-17 season. So after they won the Champions League that season, Ronaldo was expecting a new contract, a better contract, but he didn't get one. And Ronaldo was confused as to why. So he was sorry. So he was very stunned at the delay, because Real Madrid can't afford to pay him that kind of money, but they didn't. There were so many delays and so many problems and so many rules and blah blah blah, and he felt underappreciated, and that was when that was when he made a statement that I'm not loved at Madrid, because he felt like he deserves a contract, but they didn't give him a contract, and that was when the main problem between him and Florentino Perez started at Real Madrid, and that would probably go on to lead to the end. Yeah, like I said, Jorge Mendes communicated to Florentino Perez that Ronaldo wants to leave. Florentino Perez said, okay, if the bid comes in and everything is sorted out, we'll let you leave. So there are two things that have never happened before. We know that almost every transfer window, Ronaldo says, oh, I want to leave. The tax issue, I want to leave Madrid for the tax. The contract issue before, when Bale, a long time ago, 2016, oh, I want to leave, better contract. This happens almost every window. But this particular one to Juventus is very interesting, because always he was either United or PSG. It's not about that it's Juventus, it's more about, the circumstances. It has never been this close to happening, because always whenever the rumors were there, they were more like just leverage. Now it actually can happen. There's a possibility, and this can actually happen, which is very, very surprising, because Juventus are actually willing to give him 30 million euros net income per year. I think in Real he gets about 23 to 24 million euros net income. So that's significant increase in wages, which is what he wants. And then he would be the star man for the next 3 4 years. He's actually now 37. He will be the star man at not only Juventus but also in Serie A, and he knows that. Whereas at Real Madrid, and Mbappe comes in and Neymar comes in, and you have that battle. But at Juventus, he doesn't even have to share it with someone like Paulo Dybala. It's only him. He's gonna be the main man, so he knows he's gonna get a lot of goals, excessive amount of goals. He's gonna break more records. He's probably gonna surpass, I don't know, probably everybody in career goals, because let's be honest, Serie A is a shit league, and the Spanish league is more competitive. But let's leave it there. Uh, and of course, his main job there will be to get them Champions League, and if he can do that, for him and his fans and some people, he'd have finished the claim that he's the greatest of all time if he can win the Champions League for a team that have struggled so much. Now, like I said, Ronaldo does want to leave. This is it. He wants it. He never wanted before. He didn't want to leave. He wants to leave. And the rumors before, Madrid were interested in selling. Now they actually are, which is what makes this very complicated and weird. Everybody is willing. it was, situation now with Ronaldo. You get a feeling that he was sort of like telling Madrid, I'm going, hold me. Sort of like he's threatening them that I'm leaving. If you don't give me a contract, I will leave. Like it was more of a bluff. But now you get the feeling that he has gone so far that Ronaldo cannot say, okay, I was bluffing. That if Madrid actually say we accept a bid, he has to leave. He has to, because he has communicated, his agent has communicated that it has happened so many times that it is not possible for Ronaldo now. Maybe if Madrid accept the bid, for him to say, okay, I'm not leaving, I want to stay. He has to go. So he can't call a bluff on this, which is very, very interesting. So yeah, that's the main news that's dominating Europe. Now let's move on to Manchester City. Yes, the team controlled by a bunch of Arabian sheikhs sitting down on their couches and listening to Arabian commentary. The goal for 20 seconds. Who gives a shit? They're very close to completing the signing of well, basically they have completed the signing of Riyad Mahrez from Leicester City for a reported fee of £60 million, and very close to completing the transfer for Jorginho from Napoli for about 47, 49. Can't really remember the exact fee, but somewhere around that is the actual fee. Uh, Now, Man City have been talking about Jorginho since January when the deal with Fred went through. Of course, who's now joined Manchester United? Jose, yet again. Uh, you get the feeling that Jorginho eventually would have left, Napoli for Man City is our time. Now, the Mahrez one is sort of interesting because City wanted him, I think, on just around deadline day, somewhere before that, very close end of January transfer window, because they couldn't get Alexis Sanchez and they offered 60 million, same price. And Leicester said they wanted 80, I believe, or is it 90? I believe it's 90 million pounds. And Man City immediately rejected that deal because it was too much for a 27-year old. But it seems like Leicester are now willing to let him go because now if they can get 60 million, if they can get 60 million from him, they could use it they could use to sign other players to get to improve their squad. I think they've already signed the Norwich midfielder, very good midfielder, James Madison. He's a very good midfielder, very good in the championship. So yeah, it's overall a good move for both teams. I don't think Matters will be starting for City. I think Jorginho might start. I think Matters will be a rotation player. I think he'll possibly compete with someone like Bernardo Silva to get more minutes. It will be difficult for him if that's what he wants to do. Go on. I don't think it's the right move for him. I think someone like an Arsenal will be better, where with the good performances you can get the playing time. With City, you're likely limited to a dead Champions League game or off the bench competitions, or maybe during December when the matches are very congested. Now let's move on to our final piece of transfer today. Give me a second, and that comes from yeah, Barcelona. Visca Barca. Uh Now this is a funny one because I'm a Barca fan. It's a transfer rumor that developed a few days ago. Said that Barcelona were interested in Willian, and then they had reportedly made a bid of £50 million for Willian. That Chelsea denied the bid. They said they wanted 70 million for Willian. Okay, great. Things are wrong with this. He's a 30-year-old midfielder. Clearly, if he's going to leave Chelsea, I think he's going to go to United because he likes Mourinho. Jose likes him. There's no possible way Barcelona will want to. I don't think that is possible that Barcelona are trying to sign Riyad Mahrez. Willian. I don't think he's good enough of a player for us to spend £50 million on. He's a good player, and get me very direct, very pacey, but I don't think he's kind of look at his teammate Coutinho. He's not on a Coutinho level, sort of. So I don't see any reason why Barca would do that. Second of all, he's 30. Barcelona are not going to sign a 30-year-old winger for 40 for 50 million pounds, especially when we don't actually play with wingers now. The way we play, we don't use wingers. We play a 4-4-2 Barcelona with a lot of central midfielders. Where would William fit? We have Dembele, we have Coutinho. We have the youngsters. Players like Abel Ruiz and Jose Arnaiz and Alenya. Where is he going to fit? I don't see it happening. I don't think this is even possible that we're going to sign Willian. I think it's just a bunch of horse shit. I think they are trying to throw the trail off that United actually the ones are trying to buy him. But otherwise, let's see what will happen. Barcelona, of course, are trying to get the deal for Clement Longley from Sevilla signed up. The 23-year-old, I believe, French defender has a release clause of 30 million euros, had a very good season last season for Sevilla. And I believe Barca are trying to bring him as a replacement for Yerry Mina, who possibly will be loaned out or even sold this season. Okay, on to do we have any more transfer news? Shit, I hate the World Cup because it is so boring on transfers. Yeah, okay, our last piece is this absolute circus of Chelsea and Maurizio Sarri, which is incredibly frustrating for many Chelsea fans. I get it, but it's funny for us. It's good entertainment, let's be honest. Uh, Chelsea seem to be nowhere, and it is very likely that Antonio Conte will begin the season as Chelsea manager because their preseason is meant to start, I think, this Monday. Yeah, Monday, and then like they don't have their coach yet. They don't have any plans. They're just there. I really don't understand what they're trying to do with Sarri and Conte. Sarri is still an employee of Napoli. They haven't paid the clause to release him from his contract. So he's still working for Napoli, who of course have Ancelotti as their coach and are trying to offload Sarri as quickly as they can. Chelsea, in other words, are clearly trying to get rid of Conte, but they can't do it probably because of the fee that they have to pay for him. So who knows what's going on? We just have to wait and see, don't we? Don't forget, the English transfer window is going to be earlier. I think it's ending on beginning of August, around there about. Yeah, like I said, the World Cup is a very boring time for us, and I just enjoy talking to, just giving my own views on transfers. Like I said, I love football a lot, and I think many people do a very bad job of communicating about football. I don't have any green screen. I don't have any. I'm not trying to make it like a job. I'm just trying to, get my views out to other people that I think are going to enjoy it and benefit from it. So, thank you for if you watch this video. 'Cause no one's watching it. Shit. But I'm gonna keep doing this every night, I hope. Uh just giving you throughout the season, maybe give you reviews of matches during the season, World Cup reviews and stuff. Yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow after the World Cup games. Hopefully they're very good ones and we get some juicy transfer news. See you later, guys.